From a family. First, I come from a family of 9 children. And there was Mary, that was my oldest sister, she was born in 1900. And she's still alive, and it's 1981 now, February the 15th, 1981, and she will be 81 March the 1st. Then there's, of course, Lena and Frank, who died by accident in 1966. And then there is Louis, who's 70 now. He's getting old, and 70. And then Eugene, they're both retired. And my sister Rose Amelia, and Julia, myself, and Johnny. Now there was 9 children total. All right, there's 9 children. Johnny's in California today. He's retired and he went back to work. And he's has some position of authority. I understand either 3 or 4 different divisions, if I'm not mistaken, that they put him in charge of or responsible for in the helicopter division. And he was, by title before, supervisor over the engineers for many years. He retired at that job. And he's doing well, but I don't hear much from Johnny. Johnny's kind of busy, and too busy to correspond with me, and it makes me feel bad because I don't, I got a card from him this last year. Before that, I didn't get a card from him for, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years. And he never sends an individual card to my children. And I often wonder if he treats his wife's people the same way, like her nephews and nieces and brothers and sisters and so on, if she neglects them the way Johnny neglects us. Now, I want to get back to this other, so much for that. But I want to conclude talking about Johnny. He's my brother. I love him, and I don't ever wish him no harm. But I do believe that he has neglected us, not only me, but the rest of the family. But I'm certain that he must have some good reason for it. But I pray for him all the time. Now I want to get back to my family. My father's name was Dominic Luquette. And my father died when I was only 10 years old. And he died back in 1928. He died on March the 21st. And he had some sort of an attack of a stroke around 5 minutes to 5 in the afternoon. And he died about 5 minutes to 9, as a matter of fact, in St. Joseph's Hospital. Now, there's been many years that have passed, and my mother did a wonderful job raising us kids. We had to struggle. When I was a kid, I had to go to work, selling papers, going after wood at night, bringing it home and chopping it. And I had to do, my share of work. I even worked for a period of time with a milkman, getting up 2 o'clock in the morning, and boy was it cold. And it was a horse and wagon in them days. And I have to climb up 2 or 3 flights of stairs in these apartment houses, no elevators, leave milk there, and I was froze. My God, I'll tell you, I used to suffer. But anyway, I got back at home in the morning, sometimes 7, 7:30, quarter to 8, and I would have a little breakfast, and I'd have to go to school and walk to school. And I'd have to walk to school when I was with the milkman. I'd only have to walk to school about maybe 5 or 6 blocks. Wintertime, cold. Of course, when I lived way down on Burnett Avenue over there, and I was younger, I used to have to walk about, I'd say a good 1.5 miles. A good 1.5 miles from way down in the 600 block of Burnett Avenue to Willow Street. And the wind would blow in and everything. It wasn't very easy. It wasn't a nice thing. But anyway, we went to school. I went to school at Prescott. I started at Clinton, and then I went to Prescott School. I went to Salina School. We moved on the north side, Jefferson first, then Salina. Then we moved back into that area, and I went to Prescott School, and so on. Well, I remember when I was about 10 years old, I used to have to go after wood down the Easy Washer. And I used to lug it up that hill, about 2 or 3 blocks up that dirt road. And I have a cart with sides built on it. I built sides on it. I used to bring wood home. And the load was so heavy sometimes I couldn't pull the wagon. I used to have to get in the back and lean on it like that and fall on my back and keep doing that to go up the hill. And then when I got home, I'd have to chop it. Well, I remember a little incident one time. I think it was on my 10th birthday. And my mother said to me she'd bake a cake for me, you know, after I got the wood chopped. So I chopped the wood. And then I chopped the wood, and then wait a minute, move that, she's half in the picture. Move her just a little bit the other way there, so that, no, the other way. Either you want her in there or not?
Doesn't matter.
Well, if you want her in there, that would mean, all right. So after he'll take pictures of you too, honey. So what I wanted to say is, getting back to that, she said she was going to bake me a cake, and she went down the cellar to look at how I loaded the wood. I went after wood, and I come back, I chopped it outside, and we lived at 1301 North State. And I threw the wood down the cellar, and I stacked it up. I was in a hurry because I wanted to get upstairs, you know, going to bake me a nice cake, you know. I never had a cake before for my birthday. So while I was still outside...
Your 10th birthday?
I think it was my 10th birthday, and I picked up I was picking up the wood outside, the remainder of it. I went back out of the cellar, and I went up and I was picking up the remainder of the wood, and I had to sweep the sidewalk right there on the side of the house when I got done. You know, my mother was very tidy, and we had to do a full job. So finally, when I got that done, while I was there, my mother was on the top of the staircase, and I was down there from the hallway, and she threw a broom down on me, and it hit me behind the neck, and I thought the sidewalk come up and hit me in the face. I mean, it hurt. And when I looked up, I saw my mother was up there laughing, and I says, "Oh, what's the matter? Why did you hit me? Well, throw that broom on." She says, "The next time you go and stack the wood downstairs cellar, you stack it evenly. For that, you don't get no cake for your birthday," she said. And she didn't give me a cake. She didn't give me the cake. And I can't ever remember in my family, ever, as far as I know, as God is my witness, I can't ever remember anybody baking me a cake at home. All the days I spent with my mother at home, never baked me a cake in my life. I never got any Christmas gift. We never had a Christmas tree, and we never got no gifts. I got a gift one time. I went to